Hi, my name's Jack Hodgins, welcome back to the channel. I've done this video tutorial on actually using the video editing software that I use, which is called iMovies. There's a comment made saying how do I do lip sync or keep it in sync with my footage and stuff, and how I did the picture-in-picture bit. This is quite straightforward. I'll do this one here because this one I previously did, because it's quite complicated, iMovie. It's simple to use, but there's a lot of complicated bits I put in between here, but it can be covered on several tutorials. But to keep it really simple, I use iMovie on Mac. I load my footage into it, so you just drop and drag over onto iMovie and it imports all your footage for you. So what I tend to do is I title down where I'm shooting, title the movie I'm going to be calling it basically. So here's several ones I've done before, and then import the footage I want to use for that movie. Then what I've done is because I was talking a lot on here, so I was doing like pre-flight, checking, loading the app, getting it all in sync. So that was done on my GoPro, which is mounted to my head, so it's quite straightforward. So I've loaded that as my main track, because what I tend to do is if I'm doing video shots and I want to do picture-in-picture shots with flying at the same time, I tend to switch the GoPro on, switch the camera on the Phantom straight on at the same time. So then they're recording the same, and when I finish talking on the GoPro and turn it off, I turn the Phantom off, so they're exactly the same minutes in length. So it makes it easy pasting that in onto my video afterwards. But this one here, I've broken it down because I did some aerial shots in the air, photograph shots, so the videos didn't sort of match completely. So I just took out, and all the time when you do these sort of intros, you don't want to be showing the whole flight bit. You only want to take the interesting bits out. So on this one here, that's what I actually did. So here's all the first part of it, me connecting it up, linking it up, because it's my first flight of the new Phantom 2 Vision Plus, with the new upgrades in it. So here I've put in little titles that sort of say, you know, hi, I had technical problem with the app, which I did. There's a few issues connecting the app up. So I thought I'll put that in there as well, because I didn't really explain myself on the main video. Because you don't think about the time when you're actually doing these videos, saying, don't worry, I've got a technical issue here. You tend to sort of go mind blank for a minute or so, then you've got a bit of footage. You can cut that out, but it doesn't always necessarily sort of sync up with the next bit, because you're sort of missing bits. So here I kept it really simple. I just added those little textual bits in there. It was quite a cold day, so here I showed the phone connecting it up and stuff. Then here, when I got to the back here, this is where I started getting the quadcopter prepared to take off and stuff. So this bit here, I had to get the footage in sync with me moving about the camera, because I can't see on the GoPro, because I'm not looking further down. I can't see when I actually fired up the blades. But I actually did say in there, right, I'm just going to take off now. So that was a keyword in my video, so roughly knew where I would lay this track down. And then here, because I can't see the blades going, I had to listen to the sounds on my video to work out, yeah, I was going up then, taking off. So I kept moving this video backwards and forwards until the part, say I'm taking off now, and the grass, and hearing the blades spin up, knowing that part there was the blades spinning up, you can see the grass moving, because that's the blades making the grass move. So I kept moving the video back until that was perfectly in sync that I know of. Then as it's coming up and as I start taking off, I'm actually saying in the video I'm actually now taking off. So I know they're the keywords, knowing that that's now lifting up. Even though if you look at that top part on the picture-in-picture to the main video, it doesn't look, but it does, the movement looks the exact same of it for going up. It's very difficult to tell otherwise. So, and there you go, it's going up a bit further, and then as I'm talking like, oh, I'll turn left, turn right, so I know that bit sort of stuck in sync as well. Because this video went along the same time as my main video, it's quite easy. Once I got the main parts or the features I saw here that I was talking about it and were lifting off, they looked, the rest of it came naturally in sync, and it was quite nice and easy. So that was quite easy a bit to do, because necessary when you're like flying here, for instance, as you can see, it's sort of slightly moving, but you can't tell whether it's going forward or not, because that's the bit it's going forward, but you can't tell, especially when it turns, you can't really see it, the movement, so they're very hard. But it's keep looking and checking, saying, right, that's where it looks like it's going to turn. Yeah, it looks like it's going to turn, and you know that it's in sync, and it goes sort of naturally. So you get the first bit in, the rest follows through nicely. But this one's split up into two, because I did actually pause in between the flights. So as I was still talking on my GoPro, I was actually taking pictures and snap pictures. So this part, the chunk of the video is missing, so it's not in sync with this part. So I had to try and find the beginning part of the second bit I did to line it up, so it would actually naturally be exactly what it would be when I'm looking through the GoPro. But I managed to thought, well, I got that bit in sync. Then I didn't realise at the end of the video there's me caught the Phantom as I've got the Phantom flying back at me. It's got me in the video. Then I found out that my mouth movements on the main video was out of sync with the Phantom one, so my mouth wasn't moving properly. So I was talking on there, then my mouth would move afterwards. Well, no, that's well out of sync. So this is a perfect key feature to use. So here I kept shifting backwards and forwards until I saw my mouth moving that was actually saying the words on the main video correctly. And then I found then the beginning bit on here came perfect in sync. So, and that's what you need to do. So if you're doing things like this, you need to sort of like plan ahead a bit. So when you do your video, say, right, I'm going to put some key pointers in there so I know when it comes to editing, that's where I need to lay my video. That's where I need where I put my placements of my video snips and stuff are. So if you say, for instance, I was out the day talking about my flights around Surrey, for instance, I wanted different clips to appear at the top here, then I will make sure when I'm talking in the video saying, here's a clip of Guildford I'm going to put up on the right hand side for you to see now. Then you know that now word, so you play that till you hear that you saying here now, clip it, and it sort of tells you that's where it is. Drag the footage that you want to use up to that key point there, put it in picture and away you go. Picture, you just double click on the footage. Once you dragged it down from where, say for instance this clip here, so take that clip here, you just literally click, drag it across, let go, it marks the footage you want to use. Then you just left mouse click, drag it down to the part here and drop it in. So for instance here you're saying, right, here's a clip now, I'm going to put it on the right hand side, bang, that's where I set it. And just after that is where I now need to place my clip. So move the clip up towards the segment, so when you play it back again and say, here comes the video now, it'll transition into it exactly. So you keep moving back and forth till you've got that exact moment basically. Double click onto the video clip, so I want to create that into picture. I want to place the picture over here, because in the video I actually said here it appears on the left hand side or appear on the right hand side. Then you just sort of open up a little bit to what side you want to sort of put it towards. Add a bit of shadowing to it and click OK. So then when you start playing a video back again, and so here comes the picture on the right side now, and it appears exactly as you've said it. So keep those key pointers in your video. So if you want video, you can even be specific on the clip, saying, right, here's a clip I did in Guildford at Catherine's church. On the right hand, it's going to appear up on the right hand side for you guys to have a quick nose or watch. Then you know that's a key point, which video section to use. Because obviously you've taken pictures of all over the place, you need specifics. You can say, oh, here comes a clip I did the other day, here's the one I did in Guildford the other day. You don't know which clips. If you've done lots of pictures of Guildford and lots of videos of like other areas, you know which clips to use. But be specific on the actual main video, saying, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I did a clip of flying around the church in Guildford, which is St. Michael's or St. Paul's. I'll just put up on the right hand side for you, or it could be below, and you can point in your video as well where you want it to appear, and then you know when it comes to editing time, roughly when you set it is where the key marker would be to say where to place that bit of footage as well. But you also know that if you talk 5 minutes after about the footage, make sure the clip lasts the same sort of time as you're talking about it. And as soon as you start then talking about a new video clip, then you know roughly that's a key pointer for the next one to go into. But again, always mention what clip you're talking about, so when it comes to editing, you know which one goes into that top box and stuff. That's quite straightforward. I mean, you can actually say when you're talking on the video, if you're just looking at a field with a quadcopter phantom around, people don't want to obviously see all that, so you could actually create this clip as a transition or cutaway, which basically means is when it plays the video below and you're talking away, which I'm talking away there, you can cut into another bit of footage which is full screen, and you still hear yourself talking in the background, talking as well, and then eventually afterwards it'll cut back to your main video bit, and away you go again. See, so you can do sort of fancy clips like that to break up this boring bit in between. Because if you look at, I'll delete that one out for instance. If you look at this boring bit in between, it's just me looking in the sky with a phantom, and me keep looking up and down. Bit pointless clip, you know. But you can fill those in with cutaways and things like that. So that's how you actually do it. So the key is things. Remember the keywords in your main footage, so you know when to put the extra footage into that section, and then you know it's nice and easy. And it helps with this sync, because if you do have sound on another clip you're using, say for instance you've got the Phantom looking at you while you're recording it as well, so the Phantom can see you with your GoPro on your head, GoPro can see the Phantom looking at you, then obviously then you could be you have to really listen to your main soundtrack to make sure when it's looking at you that your lips are actually saying the same wording, and keep putting it backwards and forwards, and then you'll get it in sync. As soon as you have to keep playing it. It's all about playing. You can spend you can have like 15 minutes of I mean this one's 18 minutes, so you can have 18 minutes of talking, but it'll take you probably about an hour or longer when it comes to editing, because you keep playing that same clips all the time, and you need to keep fiddling about these back until you find it in sync. There's no quicker way of doing it. That's the way I do it. Just drag these backwards and forward until that video matches or looks like matching, and that's simple as that. And when you're doing videos as well, I mean, there's a lot of videos on YouTube where they're quite boring. They're just literally 15 minutes of people just flying around. Don't do that. Do what I do. And on here, I've got another clip I did. Yeah, I did the filming of Winchester House. So that was, I spent 18 minutes on site filming around this old building basically, which is been demolition down basically. And I don't want to suck the whole video into it, because then you're gonna have 50 minutes of boring watching. So shit. So what I tend to do is take the interesting bits out. So each clip I've used here is about between 8 seconds and about 11 seconds long between each other. That one's a bit longer because it goes round the building. Again, at 2-3 seconds. And keep the clips really short. Find the most interesting part of the clip, and just cut and snap that together out, and then put a bit of soundtrack on the bottom there, so when you play it back they phase in, a nice bit of music playing in the background, and it phases out through the next section here. People don't want to see you flying around the building, they just want to see the main interesting parts of the building. So they go, see I'm flicking between it all, so you don't see me fly down and get to this level and go across. So keep your clips short, tight, get a nice bit of soundtrack across the bottom there, put a bit of titling in there if you want to make it a bit more interesting, create a nice beginning intro. So like here I've got one I made up, which has got my banner at the bottom there saying who I am, plays like a theme tune in theory, and then flicks straight into the video. And then at the end I had another one designed, so when it comes to the end of the video and finishing off, straight into the end saying, yeah, subscribe now. Makes it a bit more interesting. These I'll put these on the website. These ones you can go online, you can find the intro you like, which has these already pre-built for you, and then you can type in like the wording. So here I've got a web address, and you can actually say please share in video. So you can once you put that in there, click OK. It costs about a couple of quid, and they render this out 1080p for you. And then this is a little intro clip you can use every time on your videos. That's how I done that one, and the beginning one as well. Beginning one, this was very much pre-built already, and I just literally typed a bit of text in the text box, which allowed me to put in quadcopter text, quadcopter DJI Phantom 2, and then who I am and my web address at the bottom as well, basically. And then it rendered it out. Took 5 minutes, and it was downloadable. It downloads its MP4, which drops nicely into iMovie, which you then can use them as intros and stuff. So there you go. Keep your clips short, keep it tight. Try and keep your videos you do flying under like 4 minutes or 6 minutes. Don't go any more than 10 or 15 minutes or plus on those sides, because it can be pretty boring to watch.